Humans of Public Service is all about the people, and we want to hear more about your personal journey, how you made it to public service, and what you're up to now. So, where did you grow up?
I was born in Minnesota, but only lived there until I was in first grade.
Before we dig a little bit further into your public service career, could you tell us a little bit more for those that are listening and don't know about the criminal expungement process that you automated and how you helped out there?
What we were trying to do was create a form that you go through one time, and for the ones who made it through, here's all the information and documents you need, here's the steps you must follow. It's the sentence after the sentence that a lot of folks who go through the incarceration system that always mention is just like, I did my time, I paid my due, but now I can't go get a job, I can't live in a certain place, I can't get a certain grant or loan, even if this is a crime from 20 years back. I don't know, that whole story I guess gives you a sense of why I think just the mission of public service is so important.
General Services Administration, what does it do? Explain it to me as if I were a fifth grader.
Yeah, so it has all the cars and all the buildings of the country, and then it helps everyone put the contracts together when they want to go buy something other than cars or buildings.
That is awesome. So you mentioned that you studied law in Miami. What did you do after getting that degree?
My final year in law school, I interned as a public defender in Miami-Dade. Miami-Dade was not, at that time, very, friendly territory for public defenders in the sense that you were super overworked, super under-resourced. You would have to want to do it. You would have to really be the type of person who understands that you have a little something extra to give.
You sort of had the public service bug for a while. Would you say that public defender experience and those mentors are the ones that sort of help foster that feeling? Or what was sort of your first instance of maybe supporting the citizens, maybe supporting the public is something that I really want to do?
I think you're right in saying that is who kind of planted that seed with me. But I admittedly did not know that I had that bug up until a little bit later in life. The thing that got me recruited to GSA, to the General Services Administration, was a tool I made to automate the criminal expungement process. I think that that's when I started to recognize, hey, my skills really could be applied to this kind of public good activity.
What surprised you most about your public service experience once you joined?
I think for me it was how exciting it was to be among people that were driven by the idea of bringing good rather than profit. I mean, you hear the stereotypical lazy worker in it for themselves in their retirement. That was the farthest thing from the truth.
That's amazing and an inspiration. I mean, we talk about the different stereotypes of, people coming into government, staying in government for their retirement, but yet your public service experience has taken you to Google, which is everywhere. We interact or interface with it almost every day. So if you had to sort of say what public service means to you, how would you summarize that?
For me, it really just goes to building the world you want to build. The one place I felt the freedom to really try something innovative, something new, without people getting in my way was government. In a government job, it really is, are you going to help the people we are here to help? If yes, let's figure something out.
If you were to recommend a pathway into government for someone, what would you say? Okay, this is what I did, but you might want to try this and would probably lead to greater success.
One thing that I would love to make sure more folks recognize and understand is the pathways through procurement. There's a lot of big change happening in that space, especially with IT modernization requiring good, new, innovative procurement packages being put together. While you may not get on CNN as an interviewee, the folks that actually rely on it will recognize your good work, I think. And that to me was more important than most other things.
Omid, thank you so much for joining us today. It's been a pleasure learning about your career, your pathway into public service, and what really fostered your aspiration and next steps to join public service. So thank you so much, and we're really happy to have you today.
Really appreciate it, Brian.